Welcome to Motorbike Explorer. I'm taking this very small boat to that very large boat behind me so that my motorbike and I can continue on to Colombia. And there's my bike, gently being lowered on deck. Careful, guys. In the last episode, I had just crossed into Panama and am making my way quickly through the country to catch my ship, which departs soon. There's lots of rain clouds in the area, and I can only hope to stay dry long enough to get out of Central America. Panama has a very hilly and mountainous terrain, which forms the Great Continental Divide. It is also surrounded by both the Caribbean and Pacific Oceans, which results in very unpredictable weather. My clothes are still damp from riding through Costa Rica, and I thought maybe I'd have a chance to dry them out a little on the road. Boy, was I wrong. I really do hate riding in rain. Once again, my outer gear is soaking up all the water, and it is penetrating right through to my skin. Not to mention my boots are filling up like bathtubs again. Staying dry in Central America is pretty much unavoidable. Okay, the rain has stopped for now, and I have a much better view out of my helmet. This allows me to pick up the pace so I can get to my hotel a little bit sooner. Oh man, where's this hotel? I'm turning into a prune. Finally! I'll be spending just one night at a hotel before continuing on to Panama City, as I only have a couple of days to spare before my ship departs. Yes, the sun. Hopefully today I'll be able to dry out a little. I'm back on the Pan American Highway, and although it would be nice to spend more time in Panama to explore more of the country, if I miss this ship, I'll have to wait another month for a departure, or look for another ship to get me to Colombia. And there aren't many ships that can take a motorbike on board. Ah, great. More rain. Whoa, this is the Panama Canal. It's a 48-mile or 77-kilometer long artificial waterway connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Ships are raised to a maximum of 85 feet or 26 meters above sea level before they are lowered on the other side. I've now made it into Panama City, which is very large and modern. There's around 3.5 million living in the metro area, and the economy depends significantly on trade and shipping activities associated with the canal. It is also very much supported by tourism, along with banking and commerce. Traffic has been pretty mellow, so it's helping with my navigation. I desperately need to get out of my wet riding gear. This makes it 3 days straight of putting on wet clothes. So, you may wonder why I'm taking a ship to Colombia. The reason is the Darien Gap. It's 66 miles or 106 kilometers of mountainous rainforest and expansive marshland. The area is also known to contain human trafficking and drug running by not-so-friendly people. There have been few attempts to cross the gap by four-wheeled and two-wheeled vehicles. Successful attempts have averaged around 100 days to cross. For this reason, I'll be taking a leisurely sailboat ride from Carti, Panama to Cartagena, Colombia, aboard the Stahlratte, which is very well equipped to handle the crossing with motorcycles on board. From Cartagena, I will continue on through the rest of South America. The final leg of Central America will be from Panama City to the shipping port of Carti. My last day in Central America. I can't tell you how tired I am from all the non-stop traveling. And there goes my bike. This thing is way too heavy to pick up right now. Well, I cannot afford to get injured today right before my scheduled voyage, so I'll ask the receptionist for a little help.
¿Puedes ayudarme? Se cayó mi moto.
Not gonna lie, this is a little embarrassing.
No, ya, aquí, sí. Y espérate. Sí. Yeah.
It's a good thing the receptionist used to be an Olympic weightlifter for Panama. Okay, I'm kidding. I'm just weak. Now that I'm on the road, I'm starting to get butterflies in my stomach. The thought of entering a new continent is finally settling in. I can't help but reminisce with all that I saw traveling through Central America. I feel like I've been traveling very quickly, and I'm planning on slowing down a bit once I reach South America. The countries there are a lot larger and more diverse, so there will be lots more to see. Looks like I have another Moto-nomad friend who has joined me on the Pan American. By the looks from his license plate, he's definitely not a local. My new friend and I have just gotten off the highway and will be making our way toward the territory of the Kuna people. They are an indigenous group of Panama and parts of Colombia. We will have to pay a small entrance fee in order to have access to their land. This road has many sharp corners and is very hilly, making the pace a lot slower. I have yet to see any signs of the ocean after about 50 minutes of riding since we got off the highway. Wow, there it is, the Caribbean Sea. Amazing. My riding partner is stopping, so it's a good time to get acquainted. We spent a few minutes chatting and soaking up the incredible views. The man behind the helmet is Kevin, from the province of BC in Canada. He left his hometown back in February of 2017. And just a few minutes later, we reached the port of Carti and got to meet the rest of the other 7 riders who will be taking the Stahlratte today. Soon after our arrival, we received a quick briefing from the ship's crew members and are instructed to ride our bikes over to the dock and remove all of our luggage and gear. This will make the bikes lighter and easier to handle. All gear and passengers are then transported to the Stahlratte via small motorboats. Luckily, all the heavy lifting was handled by the ship's crew and the local Kuna people. I can finally relax a little. Well, sort of relax a little. I'm not on the ship yet.
Jump over. Yeah, I think we need to all move. Otherwise,
Are we tipping?
I just realized the next land I touch will be Colombia.
I can't tell you how much that the brake has helped me.
Oh,
It's
really?
saved my life so many times.
Wow.
One by one, the bikes are raised and lowered on board. The crew are very quick and organized. It's impressive to watch them work with such basic equipment. Deck space starts to diminish, with just a few bikes having been loaded. I was told by the captain that they've had up to 27 bikes loaded at one time. Man, that would have been a cramped trip.
There we go.
There's my ride. Should feel like a feather compared to some of the other bikes.
Bravo, bravo.
We had a quick lunch and settled into our new space. The sailboat is very old and very large. I kind of feel like Indiana Jones. It's absolutely surreal. With everything secure, we motored out to the islands of San Blas, where we will stay anchored for 3 days. We ate lots of seafood, swam from island to island, and drank lots of adult beverages while listening to each other's travel war stories. We also interacted with the local Kuna people, which was an incredible experience. It's very hard to express what I'm feeling at the moment. The only thing I can describe to you is that I feel like I'm in a dream world. I feel like this isn't real. What a special place. Once we left the islands of San Blas, it would take 26 hours to arrive at Cartagena. I didn't sleep much as I was sick all through the night from the rocking of the ship. Yes, I got sick. I spent about 14 hours in bed, and when I had enough energy, I grabbed my camera to give you a little tour of the Stahlratte before we arrive in Colombia. All the sleeping berths are located on this level. It gets very hot down here with very little air movement. I had a fan bedside, but it would constantly cavitate and not push any air. There are a total of 9 riders and 2 backpackers sleeping down here, and with dirty and sweaty gear, the odor is certainly not pleasant. Reminds me of the locker room smell after my hockey games. We'll make our way now towards the rear stairs and up to the second level. There's a fridge stocked with sodas and beers. The honor system is used, and later you pay $1 for each can that you removed. Water is desalinized and is free to drink. It's definitely not the best tasting water I've had, but quenches your thirst. Here is the galley. Everyone takes turns washing dishes after meals, and the crew is responsible for cooking. There's a small shower in here. I don't think anyone used it. Here is the only bathroom on the ship, aside from going number 1 overboard. It features a manual flush pump. Captain's quarters. Food is stored in the pantry here. And this is outside on the main deck. We aren't actually sailing, just motoring. The sail is only used for stability. Here are some motorbikes that are covered and tied down. I believe cushions are used in between bikes for protection if they are tied together.
How's it going?
There's lots of space on board, and after a few days, everyone is just kind of doing their own thing. Front stairs down to the sleeping berths. on YouTube. Yeah. Say hello to YouTube. Here is the upper deck where we eat our meals and enjoy the views. When we are anchored in the Blas Islands, I use this level to dive into the ocean. Soda feels good. Yeah. There is no land in sight, only some other cargo ships way out on the horizon. How's it going?
Fine.
Say hello to YouTube. I'm recording. Nothing but ocean as far as the eye can see. Radio, radar, and GPS systems are in here. And here's the view out back. That's the 5-cent tour of the Stahlratte. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed experiencing it. Stay tuned for many more episodes in the channel, and don't forget to subscribe. Safe travels, everyone, and have a wonderful day.